Yeah, once again, welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's training, we are going to look at user relationship, what it is, and how to use user relationship in this analysis in building an interactive dashboard in Power BI. And also, we are going to talk about the difference between user relationship and cross-filter function in this analysis. Last week, I spoke about cross-filter function. Today, we are going to talk about user relationship. First and foremost, let me go to my model view. Now, in my model view, you can see the relationship among my data sets. Now, this is my sales table, and this is my date dim table and my sales dim table. Now, you can see these two tables are connected together. When I place my mouse pointer upon the connecting line, you can see that due date is highlighted. This is to tell you that the sales table is connected to the date dim table by the due date key. Now you can see the due date key is connected to the date key here. So these two tables are connected together. So I want to pick data in this sales table. In this sales tables, I have a list of columns. One of the columns is the sales amount column. When I scroll downward, you can see another column, the total sales, which I've calculated using that function. And also I have the date column here. Now I want to see, for instance, I want to create a visualization, a table visualization, and I want to see the date and the sales amount for each date. Now let me click on this, and I pick on a date. Let me see here, and I drop that, and I go to, that is the date table. That is a date table. Then I go down to the sales table. Now, when I get to the sales table, I want to pick this in the sales table, and I drop it. Now you can see the sales for each year. Let me quickly bring that up. Now you can see the sales for each year. You can see for 2017, you can see the sales. You can see that of 2020. You can see the sales for each year. Now this amount you are seeing here. Now let's go to our model view. You can see our model view. The two tables, the date table and the sales table, are connected. Once again, they are connected. Let me place my mouse pointer on the connecting line. But when I place my mouse pointer on the connecting line, it shows me the column in which these two tables are connected with. Now you can see that the two tables are connected with the due date key. Now the due date key. Now this is to tell me that based on that particular date key, or based on that particular ID number or date key, the total sales for 2017 is 11 million and something. For 2018 is 29 million and something. For 2018 is 42 million and something. In other words, assuming this is the due date, what it implies that the total sales is calculated based on this particular key. So all the values we got there are based on the due date key. That means the total sales for 2017 is 11 million something based on the due date key. For 2020 is 25 million something based on the due date key. For 2019, 42 million based on the due date key. But if I want to do the analysis by saying I want to see the total sales for 2017 based on the order date key instead of the due date key. So I try to connect those two tables together. Now I click on that. You can see Power BI creating a connecting line, but this is a broken line. This is to tell you that this relationship is not active. So you can see here that we still have here. So how can I do that? If I want to run this analysis, I want to use this, the order date key, and not the due date key. How am I going to do it? One way of doing that is to right click on this or double click on that line and click on property. But when you click on property, or you double click on this relationship, the tick one, and you can see make this relationship active. Now, for me to be able to connect, because this relationship is inactive, for me to be able to use this relationship order date key to do the calculation, I have to make this active relationship to become inactive. But before I do that, let me show you something. Now I have this here. I've already copied this. Now you can see this. Now you can see the value here. For 2017 is 11 million something, 2018 29 million something, 2019 42 million something, and 2020 45 million something, and the total is 109 million and something. So now let me keep this and let me go to this place. Now, one way of doing that is to make this particular relationship inactive. I right click on that and I have to make this relationship active. I have to make it inactive. Now I've made that relationship inactive. I've made that relationship inactive. Now I can double click on this and make this particular relationship active. Once I click on this particular relationship become active, I click on OK. But when I click on OK and I go back to this, now you can see these figures changed. You can see these particular figures. All the figures I have for 2017 to 2020, you can see the particular figures changed. Now, because you can see the value for 2017 is now 11 million 900 and something. 2018, 30 million 500 and something, 42 million 500 and something. Now, this is telling me that in 2017, the total sales based on the order date key. Now you can see the active relationship now order date key. This relationship is no more active because it has a broken line. Now it's telling me that in 2017 the total sales is 11 million 900 and something thousand based on the order date key. The 2020 is 24 million 400 and something thousand based on the order date key. Now, if I don't want to do this now, peradventure I've used that particular column to create a visualization in all this. This will actually affect every visualization that is connected to this particular column, this particular relationship. All my visualization will be affected, just like this particular column changed. This particular visualization changed. That is how my other visualization will change. So if I don't want such relationship, such changes to occur in my data set, what am I going to do? So first and foremost, let's make this relationship inactive. Let me double click that. Let me make this active. That is where we use the user relationship. The user relationship comes handy here. Now I want to do the calculation based on order date key. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to new measure. Go to new measure. When I click on new measure, I'm going to use the calculate function of this analysis. Okay. Sales. Going to use the calculate function of this analysis. Then I want to do the sum. Okay. The sum of sales amount. Then what am I going to do now? I'm going to use user relationship. This is where the user relationship comes handy. Now, the user relationship has two functions. The first is a column name. The second is a column name 1. Now, the first column name 1 is the many-to-one relationship. So the sales table will come in first. Now, I want to use the order date key. Now, I'll first and foremost use the sales table order date key because we have a many relationship. So that one comes first. Then the other one will be from the date table. Then the date table, that's the date key. That's how I want to link those two together. Now the next thing you need to know, okay, I've hit my enter button. Okay, now we can see this. Now I've just calculated that. I've just calculated that. That's the sales amount. Okay, that's the user relationship. Let me drop that there. Now you can see. So without changing this relationship, you can see the value that for 2017, this is 11,900,000 and something. 20, for 2018, 29,900,000, 29,000,000, this one is 38. So you can see the differences that instead of changing this part, instead of making this relationship to be inactive and making this one to be active, all you need to do is to use the user relationship function in this analysis, and you will get the job done without changing it, because when you change it, it affects everything in your visualization. Thank you. Watch out for my next video.